Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the good old Bitcoin pump. Welcome to this madness with Google. Google laying off over 12,000 people. We got JP Morgan even saying that the market is just buoyant right now, dismissing what's going on. Lots of short covering. We've had a very interesting day in the marketplace today. We've had lots of articles coming out. We've even got the UK stopping transfers from crypto exchanges like Binance and Coinbase. All right. Now we've got the Financial Conduct Authority in the UK saying to people, you're going to lose your money. Why? Because they're going to be bringing more powers to regulate the distribution of cryptocurrency around the UK. You see, in the UK, if they can't stop it, they will heavily regulate it or put something in place to just make it so difficult for people to even enjoy it. Why is there such a big crackdown on cryptocurrency? And we've seen Bitcoin make a nice move. Now, some of you are thinking, Tino, what about 8K? To be honest with you, that's like the driest thing when someone says, what about 8K, Tino? You see Bitcoin go up to 22. Cool. I didn't say Bitcoin will most definitely go down to 8K. I gave you my reasons for it. Am I still of the belief? Well, by the time we're done with this live, you'll come to understand that the marketplace is not a normal marketplace. As we said, JP Morgan is suggesting that the market is buoyant right now. And only key aspects of commitment from the bulls will solidify that traders don't care about inflation. They don't care about what's going on in the economy. The debt ceiling has been hit. You've got this battle between the Democrats and the Republicans, okay? They do not want to pass the bill to allow the debt ceiling to be risen one more time. It may look like a political agenda, but let's just look at the basics of this. From a trader's perspective, there's lots of short covering happening right now. We had big options expiry today. Naturally, the market does go up when an influx of liquidity comes into the marketplace. This is the question I've got for you guys. And I've just had this conversation with good old Mike Dutch, talking about the idea of if the market wasn't going up today and Bitcoin had moved up by itself, would we be of the understanding that something is going on in the crypto space? You see, what's happened in the marketplace is pretty simple. What's good, my bro? You blame Mike. What's going on in the marketplace is this. US 30 is up. NASDAQ is fractionally up, okay? Well, it's up, but it's pulling back a little bit right now, okay? You've got the S&P, mad moves up, happy days. But we have been trading down for the best part of a week, all right? Now, if Bitcoin didn't follow what the main indices and the main stock market did, and the markets were down, but Bitcoin shot up, I would be more trustworthy of this move. Now, listen, don't do what I say. Take what I say and say, okay, my guy said this. Cool. Don't need to listen to him. Or my guy said this. He's got a point. When you go to review an item on Amazon, what do? You look at the first comment and you think, okay, why is he negative about it? Then you go to the next one. Then you go to the next one until you come to the decision to buy it or not. It could be a bad batch. It could be something. But we base things on reviews. Why should the marketplace be any different? I mean, if you just look at Bitcoin right now, this is a nice move to the upside, ladies and gentlemen. We're calling for Bitcoin 8K. And I'm basing it on the idea of Bitcoin going down to the vector candles, okay? But if we base it on the idea of macros overall, you'll come to understand that the bigger picture of Bitcoin on the monthly time frame suggests that there is a vector candle recovery in play right now, okay? They are coming back up. Now, I'm not saying that Bitcoin's going to go to 8K in 2 weeks' time or in a day's time or from the day after the video. And I ain't trying to justify my projection of 8K. I'm still going with 8K. And it takes balls to do that, to go to the public and openly say, I expect Bitcoin to go down when it's going up. No one will do that. They'll wait for it to go up to say that, oh, it could go up even higher. Nah, man, I'm telling you when it's going up because I'm following a principle of a market maker. He needs to move price up to get it back down again. This is happening because retail is buoying everything. And the only way Bitcoin can actually sustain its move is if it can break key zones in the chart. And we know this. Look, Bitcoin's come back up in towards this 22,300 zone. Happy days, okay? That puts us inside this zone. Cool. And then we are in essence, and I did say it, if Bitcoin can break above 25K, happy days. We've got a clean break of this area right here, and we are away from a structure of accumulation. All right? But my issue is this. If the economy is going so bad, we had Waller today suggesting that the terminal rate may be in line with what the market expects. That's about 5.5%, 5.25%. The Fed is meeting on February the 1st, two-day event, ladies and gentlemen. So you know we're going to be going live for that bad boy, or the FOMC press conference, all right? But more importantly, if the macros do come into play, it takes a little while, all right? Google laying off so many thousands of people. I mean, it's... Check this out, man. Google's the biggest player in the tech market. Now, last night, what did we say? We said that there are a lot of people, or should I say fund managers, getting rid of US stock and going into the euro, which takes me over towards this point with the euro itself. This move to the upside by Bitcoin and the indices overall, and euro hasn't really gone anywhere. Look, it's ranging sideways. You've also got the dominance of the dollar right here. It's going down, but fractionally. But what's even worse is you've got the Japanese yen going down when principally the dollar should be going up. The market is not in the same situation, okay? Going more on the idea of Google's layoffs, we've got CEO, my guy, Sundar, saying that they kind of take full responsibility for the decisions that they made. In other words, they employed more people than they should have. But take this with a pinch of salt now, yeah? Do you think this could be to do with, one, the fact that they want to line up their profit margins and make their balance sheet look kind of good when it comes to the earnings? Or is it because ChatGPT has taken over in terms of prompts? I'm not saying that's the reason, but we're heading into that AI way of doing things. Now, would Google actually lay off that many people because of that? Unlikely, all right? But you've got Goldman Sachs, you've got Amazon, you've got Twitter, you've got so many of these big tech stocks that are laying people off. But yet the unemployment claims have come in less. So this is in line with what Mr. Jerome Powell wants, in essence, from the market. Earlier on, I said to you about the UK banks. Check this out. You've got here, banks are blocking transfers to and from crypto exchanges. This is the pressure that the UK is trying to put on people. And usually what happens in the UK is going to end up happening in the US. All right? And whatever's happening in Euro is going to be happening in the UK. And then the same thing's going to be happening in the US. It's not about the US's inflation or recession. It's about the global recession that's happening across the board. Okay? Now we've got this situation. The debt ceiling. All right? This is really important because if the debt ceiling in principle doesn't get risen and is not raised, the US in principle will go into a catastrophic state. Right now, the US doesn't have money, which is what they're saying over here. They're going to be taking it from, where is it? They're going to be taking it from two retirement funds, okay? So we've got here, where is it? The Civil Service Retirement and Disability Fund. And then, of course, the Postal Service Retiree Health Benefits Fund. And what they plan on doing is they want to combine this together to make it whole with participants unaffected. So hold on. US has hit the debt ceiling, but no one's going to be affected by this. Like, what are they saying? All right? Which takes me over to the idea of this, guys. When you're making a decision about something, especially in these marketplaces, and not so much, if you are a fundamentalist, all right, the macros suggest that everything's going down. Now, my concern is Bitcoin's move to the upside, okay, is really fast, okay, and it continues to go, all right? We go into the higher time frames and we can see Bitcoin's doing a great job of getting above that 200 EMA right there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to be looking at some altcoins as well throughout the live. How many of you with me tonight, guys? Mad love and respect, guys. What's going off? Tino being played. They must be watching the lives. They have to be. They have to be doing it. But just look. Sharp move down, sharp move back up. Okay? Look at where they're going into. They're coming back into the same zones that they were not so long ago. This is why I need Bitcoin to go over this point right here. Because if they can get above 25, then happy days. Bitcoin's going to be making some very interesting plays from this point, and they will get up to a very key moving average, which is the 800 EMA. It's the first time in a long time that Bitcoin's broken this zone. And the last time it actually hit the 200 EMA was back in March, where it was at 45K, stalled for a little bit, and then collapsed to the downside, okay? Now, we've been watching the high block for a few days now, wondering why the market hasn't gone back to that 21,700 zone. They took it. So they've just eaten $6.6 billion worth of short liquidations. Now, when we refresh the chart itself and look back, we're now going to see how much commitment there is by Mr. Market Maker, or should I say retail's going long. And you can see that we've got some commitment at 20,000, some down here at 17. So more money is going into the chart. And this is what you've got to be mindful of, guys. Where's my thing? You've got to make sure that you take some money off the table. I'm sorry. Bitcoin can keep on pumping up, all right? But when you've got altcoins like Solana up 18%, HBAR up that much, okay? Where's MATIC? MATIC is up 6%, but not really taking that much of a ground, all right? Keep an eye on these bad boys. JASMY, 10%. Rise, has it taken a key zone just yet? Not quite. This is what I mean. An altcoin that's gone beyond, like HBAR, where is it? Happy days. This is what you want to focus on for shorting opportunities. For it to come down, recover some of the vectors, and if they continue with the move higher, the 50 EMA will match up and come close towards price. Look at XRP, going up. Ethereum, going up, coming into that vector candle recovery point right there. Happy days. But if you're buying this, please avoid buying at the highest point, all right? We might be compelled to believe that everything's going up. I mean, look, going into NASDAQ and S&P, where we got? There you go, NASDAQ. They have to break this range, and they have to go beyond the 12K zone for us to believe that the bulls don't care, and they're just going for it, okay? So whatever you do over the weekend, and I know most of you will be trading over the weekend, make sure you take some money off the table, ladies and gentlemen, all right? But the bigger picture is still the concern, all right? Price might be going up today. We've had a whole week of price going down. Now we're going to see price moving up and recover those gains. Cool. I want to see next week price continuously going up to prove to me that this move is not BS. Okay? Let me see what chat's saying. Chat. You know what, Spruzy? You wait for that 8K, bro. You wait for that 8K. How many of you in here tonight? Wicked. 200 likes. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you who have liked the stream, mad love. We are approaching close to that 100K mark. That's why I'm saying like the stream. And if you are new and you do like what I'm saying, if you don't like what I'm saying, still subscribe because it costs you nothing. And just hit the notification bell and do all of that madness as well. But we're close to a milestone in the channel. And we've switched things up. But we're bringing in a different narrative. Trying to get both sides of the story so you guys have an understanding of what to expect when you come to invest. If you apply the hybrid system, you'll know that this move is a big move up, so we want a small retrace to see it continue. If the bullish market is happening now when interest rates can be risen even more, companies across the board are actually going to the pan. I mean, check this bad boy out right here. What have we got? Tech layoffs, Amazon, blockchain. 28% of its workforce, around 110 employees. They put the 28%, and that sounds like a lot, but only 110 employees in that company, all right? You got Coinbase, 60 positions, all right? So 18%, cool, all right? Consensus, 11%. Crypto.com, 20%. Genesis, pretty much out the window. Huobi, 20%. And then Microsoft, 10,000 people. All right? Now, what you've got to remember, guys, is this is going to be reflected in their earnings. but they're expecting a slowdown across the board. We don't know when they're going to stop increasing interest rates. So any pumps up, take some money and run and start again. Don't run away from the market. Come back to it and see if you can capitalize again on any pumps to the upside or any moves to the downside. Are you traders or investors? Because investors should only look at the monthly chart once a month. Holders should just look and see, oh, can I pick something up now? Holders don't even have a time frame. They're just about picking up crypto. That is it. They believe that something's going to happen in the next however many years. Let's check out the Glassnode for a second. By principle of the Glassnode, it would suggest the net unrealized profit and losses in Bitcoin is showing that we are out of the capitulation stage. Okay, so there's a key down here that says capitulation, which is pink. So capitulation is when traders just give up and say, right, I can't make my money back. I'm just going to sell everything. All right. We're coming out of that phase and we're now heading into hope. Hope doesn't move markets. Money moves markets. So we need to see more money coming in here. Like I said to you, Bitcoin in principle needs to clean out this bad boy zone right here on the daily. We need to get above it. It has to break that zone because that is where price had broken down and consolidated the longest. We had 1, 2, 3 hits down. Then we've come back up. Okay? Volume isn't present. It's going down as it's going up. But it's volatility. Market maker will always eat the liquidity, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. All right? The market maker concept doesn't not apply when price is going up. It always applies throughout. We going into the higher time frames. Look at the last 3 months. Do we have commitment by traders to the upside or downside? Well, we've got stacks, $56 billion worth of longs down at the lows of 15. And then we go to 13,600. We've got $61 billion worth of longs right there. Cool. Like I said to you, bullish markets need to happen slowly. This is too fast. Okay? Now, Bitcoin is moving up. Let's just pay attention to that bad boy. It is moving up. That 800 EMA looks very promising. I need to go to the 8-hour chart for a second. Here we go. This is very, very important for Bitcoin. It's moving up. Volume's not in yet. I need it to go higher. But we're coming close to vector candle recovery points right here. They're only eating up previous liquidity. Again, I'll reiterate it. I need Bitcoin to break above 25 for a sustained move, because then that means the retrace will give me more information about it coming down. So that means it can tap the 50 because the 50 EMA would end up coming upwards and then they'd be able to bounce higher. But please take some money off the table. Pay yourselves. The market will always be there. And it's clear as day that whatever news is coming out about cryptocurrency, whether it is my guy, where is it? Whether it's the UK putting on stops on exchanges of money between between UK banks and crypto exchanges, whatever it is, ultimately the market will go where it needs to go. All right? So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, mad love and respect for passing through to tonight's live. If you are new, be sure to like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us move up with this bad boy algorithm. But I'm going to say it to you again. All right? The market itself today, had the market not moved up, would Bitcoin have moved up? I would have wanted to see that. Because then we get into the school of whether Bitcoin is the true hedge against inflation. Because gold's coming down. All right? Have yourselves a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen. Take care of yourselves. Peace.